Welcome to stage 6 of the tour of Qinghai Lake. Beginning in Xihai, the riders made their way to Qilian. The longest stage of this year's tour of Qinghai Lake, 206 kilometres in total. Altitude played its part today. While there were no major climbs on the cards, the altitude took the riders right up to 3,894 metres high. The first Category 2 took the riders up to that plateau above that 3,000 metre threshold, which made racing oh so difficult before a small Cat 3 took the riders right up to the peak of today's stage before they descended down into Qilian. The riders made their way to Sion this morning. The conditions were different than what they had been the past week. A little bit of rain on the forecast, and riders, they heeded the forecast. Many opting for the warmer winter gear before the race started, maybe shedding it right at the beginning of the start of the stage. Riders soon warmed up though with the flurry of attacks. Riders trying to get a bit of a head start before our first categorised climbs of the day. Ida Schelling, he was throwing down plenty of power on the front for Astana Kazakhstan, trying to make the race hard for his team leader, Henok Muleban. Eventually, this group of 6 were able to get up the road. They made inroads. They held off the peloton for the majority of the day. But there was a cause for concern in the peloton behind. Crosswinds were on the menu while the breakaway ambled along out in front. Our 2 China Glory Mentec riders, Willie Smith and Lucas de Rossi, they made the most of their time out in front, capturing the sprint points as well as the king of the mountain points. The blue jersey though, Saeed Sarfazadeh, was in there as well, trying to eke a little bit more time out by chance if the breakaway stayed away. But the man from the TUD Hotel Cycling team did manage to move himself up into the top 10 overall, but more importantly, he kept that blue jersey on his shoulders. The breakaway was slowly reeled in today, thanks to the sprint teams who were keen to see it result in a bunch sprint. But Astana Kazakhstan and Karual with the yellow jersey had other ideas. At top of the plane, the breeze kicked up once more, and on this third category climb, the 2 top teams made it very difficult. A lot of the sprinters were dropped, and a gruppetto really did start to form towards the end of a very hard, challenging day, as the race constantly went on and off with the gas, and it was in and out of the gutter. The race became down to a very select bunch sprint after that Category 3 climb thinned out the group, and it was the young Italian from Bingoal WB, Davide PERSICO, who went one better in the last stage to claim his first ever professional victory. The yellow jersey stayed comfortably on the shoulders of Jefferson Cepeda. Karual did not look in trouble one little bit today, despite the crosswinds. Mario Aparicio, he consolidated his lead in the polka dot jersey for Burgos BH, whilst the green jersey stays on the shoulders of Henok Muleban, who moved up the GC in one spot. But it's the man in blue, Saeed Sarfazadeh, who moved himself up into the top 10 overall, keeps that blue jersey. And of course, we had a chat to our winner.
Yeah, in the last climb I stayed with the first group, and during the downhill another small group come back in the first, and in the final 2K I stay behind my teammates, and the last 200 meters sprint I win.
Stage 7 of the tour of Qinghai Lake begins where it finished yesterday in Qilian, and is 176 kilometres long, finishing in Menyuan. We'll see you tomorrow.